Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and this is Weekly Recap. Weekly Recap is me going over my operation of a semi-truck in the United States for 7 days or less. The week I'm going over is the last week of July 2025 into the first part of August. I did 3 loads this week. I'm leased to an 80-20 split carrier. I don't talk about the carrier. It doesn't benefit me any, so I don't really talk about it. I'm not a recruitment guy. This week is it appears to be a 6-day week here. If I wrote down my dates right. 6-day week here operating. Did this load, then went home. Did these loads, then went home. That's what I've been doing all summer. Really been enjoying the home time more this summer. You know, the kids are out of school, of course, and I've just been taking advantage of it. It's not like, you know, you get real far ahead in this freight environment, just running miles. So when we're in this kind of environment, I kind of take advantage of, you know, make enough, go home type thing. So going over the week here, if I forgot anything, I'll bring it up later, but I think that's most of the things I go over at the beginning of Weekly Recap. Let's get into it. I'm in Minnesota. Minnesota out and back's what I like to do. This is a triangle run here. I'm not much into geometry, so I couldn't tell you the angles or whatnot, but I went from Minnesota to Georgia, my normal run down, 36 empty miles, 1157 loaded, total 1193 on that one, 0 degrees, 43,000 pounds, and that load paid $3,000. And then we dropped down from Georgia. I took a load from Georgia to southern Alabama, and that was 64 empty miles, 310 loaded miles, 374 total miles, a negative 10, 15,000 pound load, and that paid $1,000. $1,000, thank you. And then my next load from southern Alabama over to Mississippi straight back to Minnesota, 94 empty miles, 1195 on the loaded miles for 1,289 total miles there. And that load is 55 degrees, 40,000 pounds, and that load paid $2,250, and that's the loads of the week. Minnesota to Georgia, Georgia to Alabama, Alabama to Mississippi, Mississippi back to Minnesota. 3 loads for the week. Turn it and burn it, down and back. That's the way I like to do it. The down load is a high-speed 2-day load, and then I had a wait on the Alabama load for the next day. Did that. That was an overnight run. And then went over, loaded the Mississippi load, and that's a 2-day run back to Minnesota. High and tight, as I like to say. Go home, spend a couple days at the house. Like I said, that's really what I've been trying to do this summer, is more of just get to the house. I really don't care to run this cheap freight, you know. I mean, it is what it is. It's what's out there. It's what I'm running. But, you know, I just don't get excited to, like, you know, oh, let's go run some heavy loads for, you know, less than $2 a mile. I'd rather just chill at the house for a day or two, you know, but unfortunately I'm not independently wealthy, so I do have to work. It is what it is. Let's go over the numbers of the week. So $6,250 total money for the week, $5,000 of that to my business of the 80-20 split. The carrier gets to keep the rest. And then we go over to miles of the week, 2,856 all miles, 6,000, excuse me, not 6,000. I'm not running the Lithuanian logbook resets. Loaded miles, 2,662, and then 194 empty miles for a 7% deadhead on the week. So not bad. I like to turn more of these weeks if I could. I like that because the load that goes home, the Mississippi load, delivers early in the morning, and then that outbound load to Georgia loads in the afternoon, and I can get that loaded pretty late in the afternoon if I want to. So it gives me, you know, like almost a 34-hour restart if I want to just basically take 1 day off. So it doesn't always work out. A lot of times it's kind of a bummer. I'll get to, like, you know, 29 hours, 30 hours, then I got to go back at it. So don't quite get the reset, but It's not the end of the world either, so it is what it is. Honestly, when I'm home, I'd rather take more than the 34 anyway. I feel like that first day of getting home, I just get kind of rested and get back in the groove of wanting to be at home, and you know what I mean, as far as like having energy to go do things. And so typically 2 days minimum for me. I'm more of like a 3-day or a 4-day. I like to get in the swing of things, you know, really just lay on the couch on that 4th day, you know, just really take it nice and easy. Just what I like to do. But that's the numbers of the week. So excuse me, that's not all the numbers of the week. Let's go over the rate per mile now. $2.18 all miles, $1.74 my 80%, and $2.35 a loaded mile. There we go. I feel like that's about what reefer freight's doing. I feel like we're either smoking hot freight market or completely under the ditch freight market, like not even worth doing, or amazing numbers on the spot market here lately. So I don't know, feast or famine over there. Let's go over to variable cost. $13.68 on diesel, $2.22 on reefer fuel, $75 on DEF, $9 on tolls, 0 parking, 0 scales, $16.74 total variable cost. So bring over the $5,000 to my business and subtract out the $16.74 variable cost, and it leaves me $3,326 left to do what I have to do with. Now, if you've never watched a weekly recap, you'll have to plug in your own numbers. I don't talk about, you know, truck payment. If you got a trailer payment, insurance, all that would have to come out of that. That's where we're at these days. So hopefully you're still making money out there. I wish you the best in trucking these days. A matter of fact, I hope you can't hear this guy idling beside me over here. He's got a brand new hood truck, still got the cab card in the window, and I'm just like, I really hope you got a plan to buy a brand new hood truck in this freight market with fuel prices continuing to, you know, go up as they are. But I don't know. If you need help with that, stick around to the end. I've got options to help you save money on fuel if you're interested in that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button on the way out for me if you would. If you're not a subscriber, please think about it, at least think about it, and come join me for a live show. Lots of fun on that. Ask all your questions over there. I have people in the comments ask me all the time, you know, a lot of questions, and a lot of times I don't know the answer to them because I don't know everything. And if you've got questions, come ask them in a live show, because you take 50 or 60 truckers in there that have a lot of different experience. You know what I mean? You got company drivers, you got, you know, heavy haul, you got everything in there. So come join me for that if you would. Take care of each other out there, and remember, people are more important than trucking. Hi, I want to talk to you real quick about the ES Advantage card. Do you need discounts at major truck stop chains? They got them. Do you need discount on shop rates at TA and Love's? They got them. Tire discounts. They even got health insurance now. Click the link down below. Easy application, no credit check. Sign up. They give you a call back, take all your information, and you'll be in the network. Hi, let me introduce you to Zero Breeze. It's a portable air conditioner. It is lightweight. It is very convenient. Take this with you everywhere you go. 5,280 BTUs of cooling power right in the palm of your hand. Run it off its battery or 2 batteries. It's up to you. Or you can run it straight off your truck's inverter and your truck batteries. Use my link below to save money and not idle that truck.